Jerks. Now, if that was the mirror, I'm gonna be very sad. I'm very sad now because of that. Hopefully Frog is just sitting right here. If Frog's sitting right here, we're good. Yes! Uh-oh. How did I not die? Oh, no, there I died. Oh, yes, cheese strats. What did I do? Did I break the boss? I guess you can't do that. Don't shoot at me. No, I said don't shoot at me. Because you have to get ready for blind and everything. Oh man, I missed my duck. That's all X is good for. Is using his small size. Oops. Yeah, sure, I insult X and then I hit spikes. That's just how it works. Oh jeez, get out of my way. That's where all the trolls were. I don't even know what I just did there. That was it? This is usually the part where I started dying. Yeah, like that. That was exactly it. I don't think I've actually posted a speedrun time for that, but I did time it, and I want to say my best time on that was like 26 minutes. Haha, you tried to shoot me, but you couldn't. I missed again. Right after taunting. Go! Okay, so now I can die at the boss. This is farther than I expected. Oh, well, there, you gotta jump there, don't ya? But Contra's so fun. Made it? Nope, guess I didn't make it. Alright. Oh. Good evening, happy Wednesday, welcome to camp. That camera is way off on this scene. Oh well, not a big deal. Yeah, it is Friday the 13th night. We are going to be doing some more wheel spin challenges. I'm going to try to fix the camera a little bit here, because that looks weird. I got it on the other scene, but I completely forgot about this one, because this is not one I normally use, but that'll do for now. We'll be switching anyway. So yeah, welcome in Jacob, Retronook, Brawly. Hope everyone had a great new year. It is Friday the 13th time. That'll do for this scene. We're going to be switching back and forth anyway. But yeah, as I think I mentioned previously, we're just going to be doing double spins for all wheel challenges now. That's a lot more exciting. I had the NES Advantage Stone Only last week. That made me so incredibly tense. It reminded me of when I played the game as a kid. And I want to get that feeling back, and that's probably only going to happen if we do something like double spins. Because playing the game normally with one challenge, unless it's like a god run or a perfect game, it's not going to be really intense. Welcome in Gordon, Dimension X, Brawly on Twitch. Hope everyone's having a great Wednesday. And let's get started. We gotta see, we have to actually get a role that can be combined with something else. And Midnight Sun can be combined with something else. Just gonna double check here. I believe Midnight Sun has to stay light. Yep, before dusk and night. So we're combining Midnight Sun, hopefully, with Midnight Sun. So we're gonna just respin there. We can't combine Midnight Sun with Midnight Sun. Midnight Sun and no cabin. Okay, that works because you can't actually get to dusk or night without going into cabins. I haven't set up a set. Unfortunately, Streamlabs only gives me one wheel, so I can't make like multiple wheels to pick from. I actually have to get stream avatars up also. It's been a little bit tired. I got about 3 hours of sleep last night, so I'm probably gonna be a little bit off and extra fails, but there we go. That should stream avatars should be loaded up any second now. Yep, there it goes. Alright, so stream avatars is up. Let's get over here. Let's change this. It was Midnight Sun and no cabin. Holy crap, Brawly, thank you so much for the 10 memberships. Much appreciated. I was looking at the activity feed on Twitch. I'm like, oh, someone did the jump scare, and then there was nothing there, and I was really confused for a second. Thank you so much. If you got a gift membership, make sure to say a thank you to Brawly. Enjoy the early access to videos, the emotes, the counselor badge, courtesy of Brawly. There we go. Midnight Sun, no cabin. This is so weird. I'm used to having a different setup, but I'm trying to move I tried putting the camera on a little bit of a different spot here. And it feels like it's off-centered a little bit, but oh well. Let's see, we've got to go this way a little bit. That'll be fine. Yeah, so we got Midnight Sun and no cabin. Basically, every Midnight Sun... Well, no, Midnight Sun isn't always no cabin. But no cabin is always Midnight Sun. So let's see who got. We got... Mazen, Root, Gremlin, Desert... Gremlins, Geet, Atma, Lanzel, Toki. And right now we are just offing everybody but 2 counselors, which are going to be Chrissy and Mark. And then we know Jason is in the cave loop right now. So we're hopefully going to be able to take Chrissy and grab a machete. Come on, just kill Laura already. The kids, you have to, it's kind of a crapshoot with the kids. They put you on a time limit, because you can't go into the cabins in the lake to save the kids. That's why I have to kill all the other counselors off. If you have 1 or 2 counselors left, Jason will fight to the death every time you encounter him. So that way I can keep him in one spot. And he's attacking Mark right now. Yeah, the zombies don't even want to go by Laura. That's how much they hate her. Hopefully, this will work. And I mean, if he's still attacking Mark at the end here, that's just bad luck. I believe he'll run off after this. What's bad luck? If Jason's attacking Mark. Let me flip this down quick. You ready to go to bed?
No, I don't want to.
You don't want to go to bed?
No.
There's Chrissy. She's the one we like. Chrissy's that one right there. Remember how I wanted to name you Chrissy? Well, Christina, and I wanted to call you Chrissy? It's because of her right there on the screen. And remember how I said it couldn't have an H in it? The H was wrong. It had to be C-R-I-S-S-Y. Right there. My wife is giving me the most disgusted look right now. You can say hi too. She's shaking her head.
Hi everyone.
He sounds annoyed.
That's probably because she wants to go to bed.
No. No, no.
Yes, you woke me up at 3.
Yeah, you.
But I had to potty.
Well, it's good that you didn't go potty in your bed.
And it was 3 because
On all of your stuffies.
And 3 is the worst time to wake up because 3 is scary.
It's really bad to wake up at 3 because then you have a hard time getting back to sleep too.
I went back asleep in like 10 minutes.
because your body's basically got a full night's worth of sleep at that point. Hey Toki, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. It's Wednesday today.
What the heck?
Are you trying to read? That says howdy. That's like saying hi. Yeah.
No. You can go. I'm not.
You're not? I think you need to go to bed, sweetie.
No. Hello, everybody.
There we go.
Thank you for the metro.
The Metroids?
Hmm.
We do like
No
Metroids.
problem. Those.
Right here, we're gonna go fight a floating head.
Sissy eating mac and cheese at 7.
Yeah, she wanted to eat dinner.
Weird. At 7.
Hey, Lanzel, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday.
Who's that?
That is Jason's mom's head.
That's his mom.
Yep,
That does not.
that's because it's just a head. Hey, Thumper, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. I think she's waiting for you to go to sleep, sweetie.
No.
We'll need to put the mac and cheese.
Then go do.
That's what you-
No.
Love you. Have a good night.
Me too.
Love you. Yep, basically.
Hope all is well. I am well.
You are? Well, so we just have Chrissy left because Jason didn't leave Mark alone there. Exactly that. So we've got to do 90, actually probably more like, let's see, 95, no, 93 hits, because I think Paul's rocks got one hit away. So right now it's just Chrissy here. I was hoping to grab a couple vitamins just to be safe. But we didn't get the option. Day 1, I don't think should be any real problem. Well, really, as long as I'm using an actual controller, I feel like any day should be fine on path fights. Day 2 would probably be the worst. The only real issue on day 1 is getting an axe to the back right when you land. Yeah, Ugly Owl on Twitch has this amazing 6-7 set of emotes. Well, Ugly _ Owl. It's like got the hands moving and everything, and then if you combine it with this emote Slackinator has, it looks like a guy laughing while doing the 6-7 hands, and it's amazing. Like, I've seen some really great emote combinations, and that one might be the best. At least the best that's appropriate for kids. Thanks for the jump scare, Thumper. I have the volume set very loud on my desktop, so it should be limited when it comes through onto the stream. Like I cut it off at, I forget what it is, but keep it from getting too loud to people watching. But for me, it's so loud it might even echo through the microphone. Enjoy the lurk, Jacob. Watch out for Jason. Thanks for stopping by. Uh-oh. See, I don't think I've got hit in this fight yet. Oh, there we go. Got a little too aggressive. I'm really just trying to get day 1 out of the way here. There we go. Hey, Omni, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. I'm guessing that we have so many weird ROM hacks for this game. Like, there's a Wilford Brimley ROM hack. Where you fight Wilford Brimley. Which is incredible. So if they have a Wilford Brimley ROM hack, there's a definite possibility that someone makes a Stranger Things one at some point. There we go. Got a vitamin. So now we have 95 more hits to go here. On day 3, he is going to attack the kids right away. So what we'll probably do is run Chrissy over to the cave, grab the pitchfork, while Jason's going after the kids, and then we'll hopefully meet him again, but by the time he's done with the kids. But that might be a little bit of a stretch, depending on what cabin Chrissy spawns in. That was Steiner math, okay. I couldn't look close, I couldn't look at it super close. That's Scott Steiner, I believe, if I remember right. Yeah, the Wilford Brimley ROM hack, the diabetes references, Cocoon, cornflakes, oatmeal. It's got all the hits. It's one of the greatest things I've ever seen. Welcome in, Underground. Atma, hope you're having a good Wednesday. That was close. So if you hit him 3 times on a pass like that, that's 1 full bar of health. And that's what we like. 1. If you get enough distance, you can get 3 hits if you also don't press B too early. If you hit B while there's another projectile still on the screen, it won't do anything, because you can only have 1 weapon on the screen at a time. Yeah, I forgot Wilford Brimley was even in Cocoon. 1, 2, 3. Hey Bunny, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Almost said Thursday. Batteries not included. Was that like a pseudo horror movie? Or was he like Santa or something in that? I don't really know. I know I've heard of that movie, but I don't know anything else about it. It just popped into my head like horror movie. And I don't really know why. One, 2, 3. Probably could start oh, no, I didn't even need to. I was gonna say, could probably start mashing at this point. Oh, perfect! It started Chrissy over at the cave. And there's a vitamin right there. So really, it would be stupid not to go out of my way and, well, not really out of the way, to not grab this right now. She's gonna do 2, 3, 2, 1 on the dives. And I hit the wall on that one because I was a little bit early on the throw. This is not going well at all. Gotta hit her 10 times and I'm completely lost. There we go. So now it's going to be a little difficult to just mash him down with the pitchfork. Because I got hit about 30 times there. Actually, we might... There's 2 vitamins that'll appear on the path on the bottom right corner of the map. And if I can grab those on the way over... and then still end up, I should hopefully still be able to get to the left side of the lake, where he'll leave after getting the kids. Come on, where is it? There's my vitamin. Alright, so we got 5 vitamins now, I think. This should be perfectly fine. This is a combination of Midnight Sun and No Cabin. Let's make sure there's no... Okay, just a key around here. That's good. 28 to go. 27, 26. This should be fine. Yep, got him. The diabetes is the greatest, like the greatest phrase ever uttered in human history. That always makes me laugh. I love that. And we are 1 for 1 on challenges for the night. So let's head back over to the wheel. Where is the wheel? It disappeared on me. Alright. We gotta get a combination here. Welcome in, Joystick. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Thanks for the GG's, Brawly. No moving left. This is a big one. I've had to do this combination before, and it was a blast. No moving left and Deadeye. So with this, what's most likely to happen is I end up accidentally pressing left and I have to reset. Yeah, I figured with five vitamins I was probably fine, but my mash is so inconsistent where it's really hard to tell. Alright, so we got no moving left and Deadeye. So what the Deadeye challenge is... Thanks for the GG's, Dimension X. Oh yeah, I can put spaces in there. Just move that down a little bit. There. So with the Deadeye challenge, I did not mean to pick George. We don't want George. The Deadeye challenge means I cannot miss a single throw. If I make a throw, it has to connect. Now there are some instances where, like, if you're using a vitamin, you're not able to hit Jason, it'll go right through him. If Jason is dead, the throw will go through him. Those are fine. I didn't get a knife. We're gonna have to go all the way back around. Oh, for the attack command, okay. So he's attacking George. So here we're just gonna do 7 throws and then we're gonna leave. So this is basically a bunch of laps that you're doing. Another attack. Really, Jason? You can't give me a moment of peace to try to get my, my torch here. So now he's attacking Noodles. Actually, let's drop a few stars. And a couple bombs. I wonder, can the bombs knock you into a... Can the bombs knock you into a star? There is, I think it's exclamation mark sling, where you can shoot, like, throw yourself at an angle. That helps to collect stars. Could I really use that key? Actually, we're gonna be looping around anyway. All the way around. Wait, I missed a throw in that cabin fight. I was just mashing thinking about just Deadeye. I missed a throw with Laura. So that's one fail right there. Ooh, that's a bad location for Chrissy. Not much better one for Mark either. It's like sling in 2 numbers, I think. Yep, ugh, Laura, indeed. This is actually setting up to be a nice failure here. My brain apparently cannot keep track of 2 different challenges. Ooh, vitamin, very nice. One nice thing about starting over here is at least I can have this, because I either want Mark, well actually, it doesn't really matter who my active counselor is. Because I can't really move to the left and do path fights anyway. But Mark is just closer to my, torch. There. Wait, who's he attacking? There we go, 7, he runs away. Oh, does sling with just exclamation mark sling work? Well, that's good to know. Jason's gonna hopefully get a whooping here, but I already screwed up once by missing it. Deadeye is a deceptively difficult challenge. Like, cabin fights become really, really difficult. I really should have got that key. Okay, he's already at the kids now. Do we want to go save them? Like with this, technically I could, like, well, in Jason fights in the cabins, I don't want to move left. But like, I could move left on the counselor select screen or something like that. Well, I guess we're going to be going to the right here anyway. And this might, that's right, 4333. This might actually be quicker going to the opposite side of the lake, and then I can just turn around and get into the cave to get in the forest that way. I can't, like, hitting left on the menu screen, it's something I try not to do, but it's not moving left. Like, moving left would be in a Jason fight or on the overworld. I just try to avoid it because I want to get out of the habit of I just missed a throw again, son of a biscuit. So that's a big fail. Those no moving left, and Deadeye especially, is so deceptively hard, and I love it, and I want it to show up again tonight. Perfect. Well, this one's going to be another fail. That's not even possible to get a perfect game without moving left, because you can't. Counselors are going to take passive damage. So we got to respin that. Full participation. Yeah, you've got to be the slow count. Anything that requires being slow counselors, you can't get a perfect game with. Because a perfect game means no kids can die, no counselors can take any damage, whether they're active or inactive. So if a counselor's getting attacked, you've got till 40 seconds to get there. That's not going to work either. All right then. Sure, why not? So basically a god run. Perfect game, stone only. This is not going to go well, it's just going to be a time sink. Alright, what do we got? We got Mark here. Alright, so we've got someone on the cave. Well, actually... yeah, let's... if we hear a buzzer right away, we know he's attacking Chrissy. Oh, thanks, Thumper. Otherwise, we go this way and go up. There's a... oh, it's not him. It's not her. I don't have time to get back there, though. It's Paul. And with that, Zoolander might confuse me if it's on the wheel like that. No moving left is very strict. Like, I have to look up Midnight Sun almost every time just because I can't remember what it is. 2, 3. Well, there's a specific reason. I used to have a no-hit Laura on the wheel, and then I took it off because I didn't want to have to do anything playing as Laura. So if Mark is there, we're going to take Chrissy and we're going to bring her over because she has a much better throwing arm and she's better than Mark. Yeah, this is a god run. It's a stone-only perfect game. The wheel is being very rude. And this is one of those things where it could be like 40 minutes into the run when I mess it up and have to reset. And it's I get 2 chances, so it's basically 2 god run attempts, which could take us to basically end of stream time. But that's what the wheel wanted. At least I got one challenge done. Hey Bradley, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. I think Paul was dead at the end of 2. And if he wasn't dead at the end of 2, he would have been dead, but like the original script for part 3 had Ginny finding Paul's head in either the washer or dryer when she was at college. And then her and Ted went off to go after Jason, but Amy Steele decided she didn't want to do the movie. I don't actually have a viable turbo controller. The only one I have is the NES Advantage, and the B button, which I learned last week, does not work well on the NES Advantage. It's like I don't have any other turbo controllers. First, hey Chris, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. First one was Midnight Sun and... Midnight Sun. I should stop looking at the wheel right now. Okay. Midnight Sun and No Cabin. So effectively a no cabin run, because Midnight Sun is always no cabin. Right, this way. So now we're gonna wait right here. Okay, there, I was gonna say, he didn't pass me already, did he? Day 1, I've been getting hit a lot where he hits me with an axe right as I'm landing. There we go. Let's stop right here. 3. Alright, he's in the cave. Is there someone in this cabin for him to attack? If there's not, we wait here. If there is, we run back. And there is. Yeah, purple and teal Jason looks great. April Fool's Day was so good. I think that was kind of what we did with Romeo and Juliet. Not Romeo and Juliet, Hansel and Gretel. Actually had a very similar to Hansel and Gretel suggestion that I'm gonna do. It's maybe next week. Lumberjack, where it's basically Hansel and Gretel, but you can only use an axe against Jason. And you can only fight him in the forest. So it takes away the limitation of using Mark and Chrissy, but you can only fight Jason in the forest with an axe. Yeah, Hansel and Gretel, I'm surprised it worked out. Like, I got really lucky in that one with where it placed the counselor at the, I think it was the start of day 3, putting them right there next to the South Forest so I could chase him in there quick. Oh yeah, you can force an axe. Getting the axe, you basically follow the quick torch process normally, but when you're going to the left in the North Forest for the first time, you just go up and down on one of the paths. And after you've made, I believe it's 3 different screen transitions within the forest, which you can do by going up and down there quick, it'll spawn the axe after you get the note saying that there's a torch in the cabin by the lake. Or no, it's fire will damage Jason the most. Oh yeah, the 2017 game was one of my favorite things ever, and I wish that the lawsuit didn't happen, because that just completely killed an amazing game. There are like a couple mods that bring it back in various forms, but there seems to be a lot of infighting between the people making them. Like, there was a big post on one of the Discords this morning where there was a bunch of fighting, and I mean, I just want to get to the point where you can play that game again. Or now we turn around and he's right here. I knew I shouldn't have done that 5th. I got greedy. Oh yeah, we had to get the axe consistently. Like, you have to be able to force the axe in Pamela power-ups, which is a speedrun where you have to kill Pamela on each day in addition to Jason. This is actually not a bad start here. We've got Laura up there and Debbie in the cave. Perfect. So since there's no instant buzzer, he's going to be attacking the top right of the cabin, the cave loop. And I don't know if we're going to be able to get to there before the 40 seconds hits. Because that's like the worst location to get to. I'm going to try it. Oh yeah, we're fine. There we go. Attempt number 2 is good. Yeah, I always used to watch Penguin Swarm play Friday the 13th. Usually I'll pop in if he's playing, like, well, I don't think it's Resurrected anymore, but if he's playing one of them. But like, he'll play like any kind of PvP horror game like that. Ooh, off at 3 on Saturday. That's nice. On Saturday we have well, my oldest daughter has a dance competition, my youngest has a cheer competition, and my wife is taking my youngest daughter to that one's 2 hours away. So we're kind of splitting up there, and unfortunately we won't get to see the other kids' competition. And then the same thing happens again. Wait, I did that wrong. The same thing happens again on the 31st, where we've got competitions for both kids on the same day. So Saturday is going to be a really, really, really long day. AJ was, when I first started, AJ was my backup. I was usually a Tiffany main, but then I switched to a Speedo Chad, where I'd take a baseball bat and just try to fight Jason, but I was never good at that. So it was usually just me getting killed early. But if I had Tiffany, I could do a really good job evading. I lived for that endgame chase where you're running around, like hopping into cabin windows. I was gonna say, that zombie better not turn towards me. Yeah, you knock someone over, you're wearing the Speedo, you do that dance. Jason either gets really mad or laughs. It was a good time. Am I even gonna get out of day one on this? Well, I mean, the getting hit on the last attempt was completely my fault. I got a little too aggressive, and I gotta remember in what is effectively a god run, you have to play everything really, really safe. Because you can only use rocks and no one can get hit. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Like here, I know I don't have to worry about Jason. He'll show up at 43 and 33 seconds if there's not anyone blocking him like that. 43 seconds. Pizza and root beer floats. Yeah, I've only got the one god run in my life, and I don't think I will ever get another one. But that's okay. I got it while Zelda and Lorelei were still here, and that was what I really wanted. So they got to be a part of it. Yeah, Tiffany was my favorite. She was quiet, she wasn't very fast, I think it was, but she had pretty good stamina. Couldn't repair for crap. Yeah, I loved climbing in and out of windows. Like, the Tiffany's slow repair, it didn't work that well. But I could usually get it, more often than not, I could get it without missing a repair. It just took a while. And if I missed something, I only missed once. Of course, I would keep resetting the repair challenge until I got one with 6 bars, because that was the minimum Tiffany could get. I was gonna say, I think he's in the South Forest now. That's good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we turn around. Looks like he's not there, so we're just gonna go hang out right here. Oh, they do serve them. Like, well, usually if we go there, we get the cookies and cream milkshake. Yikes. That was close. There, I almost did a 5th, and that probably would have led to me getting hit again. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. Almost did a 5th again. Uh-oh. That was close. 7. Got them all. Okay, there is a buzzer. Someone's in here. That's good. Yep, we've tested that before. You can hit Jason with the torch, but when you go into the next, like, when you hit him in a cabin, the health bar won't go down. Higgins, Packanack. The only map I really hated was Camp Crystal Lake. I liked having, like, the bigger cab, like at Pinehurst. You had the big map, or Jarvis House, you had the bigger map. I really liked those, but to me, either probably Higgins or Packanack. I really liked, Packanack had that thing where you could kind of clip into the fireplace, and you were outside, and if Jason used sense, it would show you his inside, so he'd get really confused. Or they had that little outdoor patio up on the 2nd floor, where if you go up the stairs and go to the left... What cabin is this? I'm not paying that much attention to where I actually am on the map. Yeah, that's one of the nice things about Tiffany is I always used, I used thick skins, double sprays, and usually marathon for my perks. I remembered that we get 2 fights there. Like, I could have picked, like, Vanessa if I wanted... I mean, I tried playing as Vanessa a couple times. Because she can run, she's so fast and she can run forever. But she's so loud. Like, she might as well be wearing bells. And I like to be a little quieter. So, like, I can run around the map at the start and not alert Jason to exactly what I'm doing. That was close. Alright, good, we're on the right side. Let's try to keep some extra battles going. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, go! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I gotta start being careful, because we could be nearing fight to the death territory, and if I think he's running at 7, and he's getting really close, and then he doesn't run at 7, and I get hit... Alright. Oh good, caught him again. There were some really cool places that I think it was Pinehurst. There's that barn you could hide in, or like Ethel's house. I mean, Ethel's house wasn't a great hiding spot, but thanks a lot, Stream Elements. I wish you'd stop doing that. I need to find a different chat bot, because it does that at least once a stream, and it's incredibly annoying. Hopefully no one has motion sickness or anything like that. I believe this is where we wait. It is. Virtual Cabin. The first time you played that and you had the reveal of the Grendel, that was so cool, and then we never got the Grendel. I think that's 4. Actually, I'm gonna be in a good place when we get the 7th hit in. So I feel like we're probably getting kind of that was really close. Close to a fight to the death here. That's the wrong direction. Airmailed 2 in a row. That was it. I just said I wasn't gonna do that, and then I started mashing thinking he was gonna run away, and he didn't. And I almost got hit. I mean, hey, this could be potentially out of day 1 on a random god run. That would be so cool to just knock out a casual god run tonight. Yeah, there's so many things I want to know from the developers of this. Like, the early beta version of the game that they released some screenshots for had in the... Like, you see the bottom left of the map here, there's that little group of trees right above George and Mark. That was another path that looked like it had a graveyard in it. And they had other items. There was like a whistle, and there were 2 other ones. And there was a cross. And I really want to know what the plan for the graveyard was. Like, I'm assuming maybe something with the cross and it prevents zombies from spawning. But that was... I really want to know about that graveyard. Chrissy's in a great spot here because Jason's going right at the kids. I almost got hit right there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Just giving myself a nice big window for in case a zombie pops up there. Hey, Daggerman, welcome in. Hope you're having a good... Wednesday. It's Wednesday today. Yeah, like these interiors here, this could be something like a church. I mean, I know probably graphical limitations and all, but if there's a cabin at a summer camp, you'd think there'd be like some beds or a table, maybe a sleeping bag. Because send your kids to Camp Crystal Lake, let them sleep on the floor. Like, if I ever learned enough about programming, which won't happen, that would be the thing I do, is I would make like, try to do my own version of this game that was basically just this, that added in things like the graveyard. Don't think I'm fast enough. I am... Beans! So that was second fail on that. We are 1 for 3 on challenges tonight. The wheel is kicking my butt. No map, all right. Hey Stoney, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Happy New Year. No map. We should be able to do this with almost anything. That's last one standing. That is not immortal. Last one standing with no map. We're fine. It's not immortal. We're good. So how last one standing works is we pick, actually, oh, this combination sucks. Well, I guess, no, this is fine. With last one standing, I added a stipulation of my own. Let's get the good music going here. Where I would, like, I'd start the game and I would look at where every counselor was, and then whoever was the furthest away from Jason would be the last one standing. I have no way how to tell that here because I can't look at the map. So, because that wasn't actually an official part of the challenge and that's just something I added for myself, I'm just gonna pick Chrissy. Chrissy will be our hero, in theory. Assuming I don't accidentally kill her. Alright, so we gotta look down. This better be George. So for last one standing, everybody has to die except for one counselor. And that one counselor will be the one that fights Jason by themselves. You can do it in cabins, you can do it on the path, you can get any weapon, it just has to be that one counselor. Alright. So now we're just gonna keep going down the line. We're gonna because if I move back and forth, I might accidentally kill Chrissy. Which would be especially tragic because now I no longer have Mark. Oh, so Paul might have been the one getting attacked there. Either that or Jason just decided to stop. Oh, Laura's next. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't an actual part of Last One Standing challenge. It's something I did to keep myself from always picking Chrissy. Oh. But like in this instance, oh, okay. So he was attacking the top right cabin. Like, I would always just be like, okay, I'm gonna save Chrissy. And Chrissy's gonna be the final one, but unfortunately, the most common seed in the game, which I very quickly learned when I started doing that, puts Laura as the furthest one from Jason. So it was more often than not where we'd be stuck with Laura. Alright, now why do you do that, Stream Elements? Stop it. And I just have to be careful not to look at the map again. I believe we are on the top going towards the cave, so if I go back this way, this will be the path into the lake loop. Yep. Yeah, we'll grab a vitamin. Yeah, Paul's just enjoying a little thriller. I got so nervous when I went into the cabin for a second. Like, wait, no, I can do this. This is fine. You can go into the cabin. I just can't look at the map. And we know Jason is on the cave route right now. So we're gonna get our torch. I'll get a second vitamin on the way out of here, and hopefully that will be enough. Oh, he's already at the kids. This is fine. We're coming. Yeah, here, I'll hit Jason with the torch, assuming he's not blocked. I don't have the torch! I didn't pick it up. Sorry, kids. I realize that some of you are going to have to say goodbye right now, but it was very important that I get the torch, and I did not get the torch there. The timing on that throw would have worked if I had the torch's downward arc. We're fine, it was only 2 of them. The map definitely does not like my face. The map says a big no to that. I keep thinking, like, I'm mixing up all these different challenges in my head. I'm like, I can't press left right now. Even though technically moving left in a cabin would probably be acceptable, but I still don't like to do it. Yeah, it's just unfortunate that I forgot a torch. I mean, yeah, I could have just went with the knife, but then it's a fight to the death. It's 120 hits with the knife. Not 120, 128. And I don't want to do 128 hits with the knife. I want to do 32 hits with the torch. Billy? Yeah, I wonder, how could you tell which of the 5, like, which cabin they were in, too? I guess you'd have to look at what one was flashing on the map. And stronger than before. Let's see, he's going to the forest now. Where's my vitamin? Alright, so we'll wait right here. We've got more than enough vitamins now where we should be able to just mash him down. Actually, let's go over here between the 2 trees. Yeah, that's true. All kids are Laura. Here he comes. Got him. And we're looking at his armpit. Okay. So he's on the forest route. Wait. I almost pulled up the map. Oh, I was on the wrong side. Biscuits. Okay, I'm just gonna go like this. We're gonna go to the right side of the lake. And we're gonna stand there. That is a good point. If they're all Laura, why would we even bother? Alright, we're gonna be at 2 of 4 after this fight here. Unless something catastrophic happens, like I lose my mash and then forget how to do a damageless path fight on day 3. Hurry up, Jason, before I accidentally press start. There we go. $30, $31, $32, armpit again. Yeah, biscuits, beans, and taco. That's what Laura leaves out for Jason. Ah, good old Jaws. I'm really excited for the Jaws, the limited run games Jaws, because they added chapters and new stuff to the game. It would be so cool if there was like a more modern version of this game, like something like Friday the 13th Revisited, where if you threw a torch and you missed, the cabin started on fire. Alright, here we go. What's up, Helena? It's 8:41, we got time for more. Stone only, that's not good. We just did this one last week. That would be a really cool ending. Hey Plucky, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. No, I'll do it. I think there's only gonna be time for one shot at it. Because I cannot do fight to the death with the NES advantage because I just do not get the precision I need out of this. Like, I love the ending of like the only thing I really liked about the David Gordon Green trilogy for Halloween was the ending of the first movie with Michael in the flaming basement at Laurie's house. Oh, there's Lorelei. I miss that cat. I have another one I need to add once if I can find the clip. She was sitting on my lap and I was like going like this at her and she reached up and she grabbed my glasses and knocked them off my face. Well, Turbo doesn't actually make things easier though, because to do Turbo I'm getting hit and I have to make sure I don't get hit. Thanks for the GG's, Brawly. Welcome in, Owl. Thanks for the good luck. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. All right, which... There it is, start. Okay. We've got the NES advantage here. Yeah, Ends, my biggest beef with Ends, I did not like Corey, and I feel like to me, I wanted to see a passing of the torch to Allison in Ends, but she was just basically there to be Corey's girlfriend. That was her whole purpose. Owl, can you do your... I was talking a little while ago about your 6-7 emote. Would you be able to drop that in chat? About the emote combination you did with Slack's braying? That was one of the greatest emote combinations I've ever seen in my life. Yep, I can get hit on this one. I have to avoid... If I get hit too much, though, like at the end of the last one, basically everybody was on death's door. Yes, that is such a good emote combination right there. You can see that right in the bottom of the screen. That is just beautiful. I love that so much. Oh, let's see. So we've got George here, Mark, Paul, Laura. Like, I've got to try to... I have to really make sure I keep everyone's health good. Because cabin... Like, normally, if I'm doing bad on path fights or something, I can just duck into a cabin. And I can do cabin fights with no problem at all. But with the NES Advantage, cabin fights aren't safe anymore. Oh, it was just me mashing Jason with the torch. Where... Okay, this is a really odd... Okay, we got Paul, Laura... Alright, so we do have all paths covered. Doing an elbow drop to Jason would be so cool. Wow, no 50-50 here. I thought he'd be over... Oh, that's right, the NES Advantage buttons are so loud. Oh, wait, this is... I was gonna come... Like, oh, I can go get a torch. Any other challenge with the NES Advantage would probably be fine. But this one is just extra bad. Like, the other one, I get a torch. I can just sit there and mash. It's not too uncommon to see all the different paths cut. Like, seeing someone on each different... that would block him on each of his starting points. Because you really just need one counselor in one of the cabins of the cave loop and one in one of the two cabins on the bottom right. We're going to go to Paul here because we want to follow him with Chrissy on the path. So it's important to try to keep Chrissy's health up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got him. That's Daffy. I was gonna call it Plucky Duck because I keep thinking about Tiny Toons. Alright, so this way. Jason, give me space. Nope, that's bad. Chrissy's already took an axe to the back. Four. What the heck? We're gonna chase him. That's exactly what happened with Halloween 5, oh, well, 5 and 6, especially 6. Like the whole Man in Black story at the end of 5, they're like, oh, we'll figure that out later. And 5 had so much potential if they just... If you would swap Tina and Rachel's deaths in Halloween 5, well, and the whole thing with the Myers house being completely different. But if you swap Tina and Rachel's deaths in Halloween 5 and don't turn Rachel into a completely different character who is awesome and so, like, she was such a good final girl in part 4 and then she suddenly becomes oblivious to everything and she just runs around in a towel and dies. Like, if you have her dying to protect Jamie, that's so much more of a powerful moment. Instead, it's like, oh, we're gonna give this to Tina, and you get absolutely no screen time showing why Tina and Jamie are close. You had a whole movie showing that, and I'm gonna stop myself now or I will rant for this entire run about how terrible Halloween 5 is. If it wasn't obvious, I'm a very big Rachel Carruthers fan. Ellie Cornell knocked that out of the park. That's 4... 7. I'm gonna try to avoid doing extra cabin fights. Just so I don't have more zombies. Hey Doc, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. I'm pretty sure I've probably ranted about that on your YouTube panels before about Halloween 5. Uh-oh, here we go. I'm No Pants Ninja, I've been on a couple panels on his YouTube channel. Or is that Twitch? Were we on Twitch or YouTube? That's the third time you've done that, Stream Element. Stop that. Okay. Looking forward to hopefully doing 7 days with your crew. The dedicated server I'm playing on with some real life friends, we're on like day 120 right now. Jeez, Jason's health is barely gone. Like, Owl, what do you use for your chat display? Right now, Doc, you use a chat display too. What do you two use? Because I'm using Stream Elements and it's constantly doing that, and I don't like it. Like, maybe I just have Stream Elements set up wrong? Or maybe there's a better one I can use that won't constantly flood the screen with text every 15 minutes? Oh, so you're using Streamlabs. Or wait. Yeah, I'm using Streamlabs, okay. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'm just not sure if I set it up wrong, or maybe it's because of how I've got the actually, maybe I could change the size of the window so it doesn't go up that high, and maybe that would fix it. Yeah, I was just wondering if cropping it would work. Where's the chat box? Yeah, let's try cropping that. Okay. I love that emote, Doc. Yeah, I just cropped it so it only... Actually, we can let it go up a little bit more onto the game capture. Go right up to where it says mark and like right under the red bars. Let's see if that works. Now I'm waiting for it to happen again. And I might not even notice this time. Because I completely forgot about cropping. I was just like, oh, resize, and that'll make the text all mad. I was gonna say, is that Jason dabbing? That is incredible. This way. South Forest. Wrong direction, Chrissy. I apologize for how loud the NES Advantage buttons are. Uh-oh. That's one thing I wish, like, I wish YouTube would do a better job of trying to get their live streaming to be a little closer to Twitch. Like, do something like channel points, do animated emotes. Because Twitch's viewer experience, they definitely have so many more things. But as a platform, at least for me personally, I get so much more out of how YouTube works. Yikes. That was unexpected, but good. An extra battle here. Right now, I'm not having many issues. I just jinxed myself here completely, but the B button is working fine right now. We'll see if it starts to stick later in the run, but right now it's working really well. Yeah, like, YouTube does a lot better as far as, like, discovery and everything goes. Like, you don't need to have 10,000 followers in order to have your stuff seen. But there's so many things they could improve for the live viewer experience. That is some high quality H2O. My Bubba keg. 52 ounces. Let's swap to Paul again in case I take a hit. 2, 3, and 7. Wait, Chrissy's right here. Alright, so we're going down the right side of the map. It's dusk, that's bad. Dusk means more zombies. More zombies equals more 2-bar hits. Alright, we're gonna try to do this the way I would with an actual controller. Where on this stretch, actually right here is gonna be fine. But on this little stretch, if you can be on the right side of the screen when he runs off, you can get a lot of extra fights in. Because he's, well, right here it doesn't matter as much. Because he kind of cabin hops, if I remember right. But then it's really important if you do that here. However, especially with the NES Advantage, I'm going to be a coward and not go into the forest at night or dusk. Because the forest means wolves. And I have a hard enough time dodging wolves when I'm using an actual controller. Almost jumped right into the axe. Perfect. Oh, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Why did I stop? I was worried about the zombies. So we're just gonna go and we're gonna hang out over here, wait for him to get through the forest. Here, actually, I can duck in. If I see a wolf, we'll just duck out. Yep, doing pretty good. Yikes. Little disappointed. We had the stone-only NES Advantage last week, but it's a good one. I haven't been felt that as tense as I did during the run last week since I played this game as a kid. So it's really nice to kind of have the game give that little bit of fear again. Is this a fight to the death? No, it's not. Well, now that it's dusk. Ugh. You should, Bradley. Nightmare is... I wish I had well, I have multiple functioning NES controllers, not Super NES, but I never had the multi-tap to do 4-player Nightmare. I still do. That's one of the few carts I kept, though. Where is it? Here it is. Nightmare on Elm Street. Used to have that stupid chair. Used to have 464 NES carts, and that was wonderful. All right, I'm maybe a little more comfortable trying this on the path. Hopefully this doesn't cost Chrissy everything. 35 hits to go. Oh, I had a wrong way rock that was really bad earlier. I threw 2, not just 1 rock in the wrong direction, I threw 2. Okay, the B button just stuck a little bit there. That's not good. It's like it needed a week to recover from all the use that it wasn't used to getting. And now it's like, okay, I need a break again. There's another wrong way rock. It's so much harder to turn around on a dime on this with the NES Advantage. Like, when I'm using a controller, I'll kind of do these, like, mid-air shimmies to, like, avoid an axe or kind of help keep me centered like that, only a lot faster. NES Satellite, which one was that? Oh, yeah, I have a... It's not a... I don't have a retro USB, but I have a Super Console X. That is one of my favorite things. I think he was right before the kids. Oh, wireless, okay. Yep, he was right before the kids, alright. This is where things started to go really poorly last week. That's not a good start. That's not a good start either. Sorry, Chrissy, you're gonna be sitting on the bench. 4. I did it again! You have to wait until Jason is in his throwing animation to go to the right. To jump over his head, otherwise you'll get stuck. Well, he won't be stuck, and then he'll back up and you'll jump right into him, which is what happened to me twice there. And now Chrissy's half dead, and we're only one battle in. So it's like, am I going to be able to adjust to this quickly enough, or am I going to have to switch to Mark now? And then is day 2 gonna end up taking like an hour? Because we're only 2 fights in. No, he's going to the cave. I went the wrong way. That was close. That is the worst possible start for him to do an approach where he stops and throws the axe right away. You don't have a lot of time to react when he does that. 4, 5. Got him. All right, we're gonna switch to Debbie. What the? Oh, I hit the slow button. There's a slow button on the NES Advantage, and I bumped that, and it apparently does something that makes the screen start flashing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we've got 3 bars of his health gone right now. We'll switch back to Chrissy. Actually, probably should have taken Debbie and tried to follow him on the path and got a couple quick, well, Debbie can't really follow him that quick, but just got like 1 mashing fight in and then tried to swap back to Chrissy. That was close. Just back off, Jason. I wanted you to back off facing the other direction. Oh good, still caught up to him. Nope, that's the wrong way. So that's 2 hits. 3, 4. Not gonna try to do triples. 5, unless we're there. 7. Alright, perfect. 2. Trying to be really cautious here. 5. Nope. 6. 3. 5. Perfect. That is a good stretch. Debbie again. Oh, crap. I hit the slow button again. It's right above start. See there, we went to having 3 bars from Jason down to having a really nice chunk of his health gone. 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Where's Mark? Just out of curiosity. Mark is way over there. Mark is nowhere to be seen. trying to hold the NES Advantage to keep it from shifting, I'm like, got my left pinky finger really tense. Because it's like holding the NES Advantage in place on my lap. Come on, zombie. 2. Nope, that's the wrong direction again. 3, 4. I almost threw a stone to start that round, and if I would have done that, I would have been stuck in the throwing animation when his axe came through. So I'm really glad I decided to play that safe. Yeah, this really is the NES disadvantage. But if I ever, like, NES Fest does a big thing in Hartford every year, and if I was one to travel, you can donate, like, people can donate extra money to make whoever's doing their run play with the NES Advantage. And if I was ever there and playing this, Debbie again! Jason hates Debbie this week. I could probably knock out whatever I was doing with the NES Advantage, because with this exact challenge appearing 2 weeks in a row, and you'd think with all the different things that could be coming up on the wheel, having the exact same pair twice in a row, this could be the new Immortal. Yeah, it's really fun to watch. They try to see if they can beat, like, how many different games they can beat in a weekend. They rent out a big suite at, I think it's the same time as Long Island Retro, or there's another big retro gaming, maybe not Long Island Retro, because that wouldn't be in Hartford. But it's at the same time as another retro convention, or another gaming convention. But it's all for the good stuff, the NES games. Oh, hey, Hakai, thank you so much for the membership. Welcome in, enjoy the emotes, enjoy the early access to videos, enjoy the counselor badge. Much appreciated. Alright, so Jason's in the cave now. Debbie will probably move into that cabin again, because he's just following her on the map. That's not good. That zombie has done a number on Chrissy there. Is the NES Max the one that's got, like, the little... There's no actual, like, D-pad. It's kind of just like a big red thing in the middle. Well, I guess it's still technically a D-pad, but it's like a red thing, and I think it's got turbo buttons and stuff. Alright, here we go. Uh-oh. Okay, we are gonna have to stop following Jason here after this fight. And we're gonna have to get Chrissy to safety. Because there are more important things. Why are you all the way over here, Mark? You couldn't have been anywhere else. You could have been in any other cabin. But he just had to be in the worst one. So what we do there, to avoid zombies and Jason popping up on the lake, I call this the buddy crow. At dusk, the crow spawns instantly. So you just go on to the lake, and then you try to get the crow to spawn in front of you. So if you want to go left, you move right like that. And when the game puts the crow in front of you, you use it as kind of like a blocker to prevent other spawns as you go across the lake. Yeah, that's what the disc thing for the directional pad. Like, it's not the actual, like, the D-pad that's like the cross that we're used to. Or at least that I'm used to. Like my Super Nintendo controller that I have to use right now because my official ones all have broken buttons. it has like the cross pad, but it's like a big circle around it. So it's really easy to bump the wrong directional buttons, and you can't do like precision diagonals or anything like that. And I feel like that's why I can't do ice. That's what I'm blaming for my inability to do Icebreaker and A Link to the Past now. There we go. Where's Jason? He was on the cave route, so he's in the forest now. And Chrissy is out of commission for the rest of the day. So we're gonna have to take Mark. Who still hasn't moved. And we're gonna have to avoid 3 zombies now. If Jason could attack another counselor here, that would be pretty useful. We'll just do a little conga line here to make sure Mark isn't taking any zombie damage. And hopefully Jason's not too far ahead and already going back to the kids by the time we make it over there. Alright, we're just gonna go wait in the forest. I just gotta hope he doesn't appear before a zombie pops up. No surprises. I mean, he could already be beyond me, and I could have got here too late, and he could be heading to the kids right now, like... in the cat... Oh, nope, we got him. Good. 1. That's not good. Need to be conserving my health, not getting hit. Otherwise, it's going to be a very slow rest of the day. That was really close. Mark almost took a shot. 4. Why'd I do that 4th one? We're fine. 5. Well, I guess since it's night already... Well, I have a 8-bit do PC controller. Yeah, and I've got the USB to like Super Nintendo and USB to Nintendo, but I'm just gonna... There's 4 different retro gaming shops in the area. And I'm just gonna go out to the one eventually that's closest to my house and just be like, hey, Super Nintendo controllers, please. They know me by name there. He's actually the one I'd be going to is the one I sold my NES collection to. They were so impressed I got a Facebook post about that. Like they advertised the bulk, like the size of the collection, everything, that it was all going out for sale on their Facebook page. It was, Mark got hit with an axe. I'm my bad, Mark. It was so cool to see like people reacting and saying how cool that collection was. It's like, aw. That was like my pride and joy. Wait a minute, where am I? We're going to the right. That's the wrong direction. 3, 4, the B button stuck again. Oh my god. What am I doing wrong? Okay, yeah, the B button is no longer functioning well. Really bad timing. Wonder if I'm like hitting it on the edge or something. So for the buddy crow, at night, the crow will spawn after 2 zombies. So you go like this, we wait for 2, and there's our crow. Normally, Jason hits at 43 and 33 seconds unless he's blocked by a crow or a zombie. And kids won't start dying until 30 seconds. So if you're following Jason, you got plenty of time. Yeah, Rocks versus Toothbrush. Oh, welcome in, Game Pro. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. We're getting close. Well, and I think, Friday 2, 3, and 4 took place over the course of 3 days. Like, the whole thing about 3 days just, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, say, okay, you beat Jason at the end of day 1. Why is nobody calling the police? Why are the parents not coming to pick up their kids? Is Camp Crystal Lake so remote that it's just not possible to get there? I mean, I know it's video game story, I'm trying to overanalyze it, but... The Laura glass shattering emote is one of my favorite things that I've made. Let's see, he's, That's good, because I forgot which path he was on there. And this tells me where he is. Alright, we're gonna swap to George for this battle, just in case we get hit. 1, 2, 3. I was just thinking, I'm getting pretty good at dodging with the NES Advantage, and then that happened. I just had to project that out into the world. This is why we switched to George, though. That's why we switched to George again. Because Mark would effectively be dead at this point now. Yeah, they could be trying to cover everything up. But yeah, because plot, probably the accurate answer. I wonder if they could have just picked a year that had a Friday the 13th for his birthday. Alright, so Mark is... I mean, this is going to be 40 hits. Can I survive this with Mark? Or are we going to be in a lot of trouble on day 3? That's 6. 7, 8. 10, 12, 14. I knew that was coming. I jumped way too early. And I just threw 2 rocks in the wrong direction again. 18. Halfway there, and we've only taken 1 hit. That's a good start. 22. Nope. Gonna have to waste a pass there. 24. The B button stuck. So we've wasted 3 passes here. 26. Nope, the B button's not working. Why? Okay, it's really not... There we go. It was stuck. Like it wasn't seated right or something, so when I'd press it, nothing would happen. Thankfully, pounding on it enough seems to have loosened that up a little bit. This challenge is hard enough. I don't need to also argue with the breaking controller. Now I've lost count. Why couldn't it have done this on day 1? Alright, we're fine. We're fine. We're not fine. Okay. Yeah, they were really slow with trying to get the camp reopened. Yeah, why wouldn't they have made it 47? Paul's Pancake House sounds delicious. Okay, so we got George here, Mark there, Paul, Laura. Alright, so he's going to be attacking George. Yeah, pancakes would be delicious right about now. Actually, maybe I can cut him off before he even gets to George. Yep. Cannot be that aggressive. Nope, the B button didn't work again. I'm gonna get hit so many times trying to press the B button down so hard that it actually registers as a button press. Stop it. What am I doing wrong that's causing it to not... Like, right now, it's working great. I can see the little button lighting up. Well, I can't really hold it with my thumb like this. Nope. Gotta be so much more aggressive with my button presses right now. But this is why we switched to a less important counselor. Not just hit... Oh no, I think I hit the B button a little early there. That's why that hit didn't register. Should not be doing that early throw, because if the B button, if the press doesn't register, we're just taking a hit. All right, so we follow him into the cave. And we're not even going to go for the opening hit there. One. Most important thing is trying to conserve health, not getting hit myself. Uh-oh. There we go. I think that's 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, now since we don't want to go and set off day-night cycles, we're going to go around, and he goes to the left in the cave loop. And of course, there was someone over here for him to attack. So I was going to go wait by those 2 trees. It's George again. It'd be interesting to see Jason with like a career like that, like running a food truck or something like that. He's got the machete, he's got the cutlery. Oh boy. Like right there, that machete. Sorry, George. I'd really like to keep your health up for later in the day here, when everyone starts getting worn down by missed button presses. Uh-oh. Okay, so George can no longer be used. Hey Pops, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. I mean, food is a very good topic. Those cabin fights make me so nervous. Two, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna wait for a zombie to pop up so we can have time to set. 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, Jason's going to the cave. Is there anyone in the cabin here? If there is, we'll get a buzzer in like 5-10 seconds. Otherwise, he'll appear here. No zombie hits. We need to conserve health. No zombie hits. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, I want to avoid following him into cabins there, because I'm just not comfortable with my dodging in cabins right now. But the problem with path fights here is, like, the B button sticks a little bit, and suddenly you got a snowball fight, which isn't fun. A snowball fight in this game is one of those where bad things happen and it just snowballs, and suddenly you go from getting hit once to being one hit from death in the matter of like 10 seconds. But right now, George is the only counselor we have in really bad shape. By this time last week, I think pretty much everyone was dead. I don't think anybody died last week, though. I think it was just Chrissy was everyone was just like one hit from death, or maybe I'm trying to make things seem better than they were. All I know is I was really tense with this challenge last week. Run away. Alright, soon we'll get to have a little checkup on Jason's health once we get into the cabin here. 3, 4. No, 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 no. Oh boy. Got him out of that. That was a really bad rage pattern, and I am so happy that I learned how to get him out of those. And it's apparently not super bad to do. When he gets like that and he's going really fast and he's trying to run you over, if you jump halfway over his head and then turn back around and land, I found that has a very high probability of getting him to back up and throw the axe. Oh, you got a PB on Mario World? Are you doing a 16, what is it, 11 exit or 16 exit or something like that? Mario World is by far my favorite of the Mario games. Unless you maybe count Mario RPG, but I consider that separate. Okay, thanks, Remy. So yeah, everyone was low health, but they all lived. I should have taken someone else in here. Because, like, I'm doing good on the cabin fight. I mean, the path fights, that's exactly why I should have taken someone else in here. I need to save Chrissy for path fights. I gotta remember that. Well, yeah, he probably will end up with another loop here. That's 5. It really hurts my pinky finger to try to hold this like this so I can properly dodge. Hey Prodigious, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Oh yeah, I got tired of the way, like, it was a lot more work to get things set up before stream. Here I can just put the camera up on top. I've got like one monitor here and then a monitor there and a monitor above it. So now I can just put the camera on top of the bottom monitor and just kind of try to make sure I'm somewhat centered. Okay, I guess we're just gonna go. Alright, so he's going into the forest now. Hopefully we can catch him there. Oh crap. think I'm just gonna leave the forest and we're gonna wait for him on the path. I got nervous. I'm like, I don't know which section I'm in. I didn't know which, like, you go right, down, down, right, down. Down, right, down. No, it's right, down, down, right, up, right, down. And I had no idea which path I went down, so I was like, I'm just gonna, this looks right, but we're just gonna leave. Unfortunate, because that's a very good, you can get, I think, 8 path fights in that little stretch in the South Forest. Uh-oh. Buzzer? Yep. You can get 8 path fights or so. Good, it's not George. It's like, I don't want to use Chrissy, but I also don't want to use George. Oh. Yeah, better safe than sorry. I need to get a better chair pad and a better chair. My butt's falling asleep. And if I shift a little bit, then the chair makes really loud noises. Alright, I've got the controller, the NES Advantage, propped against my pinky. The issue I seem to have with cabin dodges is if I'm not holding the left side of the NES Advantage tightly enough, when I try to dodge to the left, it moves the whole controller and I don't hit the D-pad enough. So if I'm willing to cause my pinky a little bit of pain here, it seems to have a better success rate on dodges. Right here, this one, the pain. Yeah, just like original Zelda. That part, I still remember that part to this day. Why am I doing this? The left up, left down. Okay, we got Chrissy. Where are we? No, stop hitting the slow button. Okay, so we go to the right. I would not want to be the person trying to take Jason's ticket. 2, 3, 4. Whoops. There's another airmail. I think that's like, what, 8 or 9 so far this run? I remembered that was this was a double fight spot right at the last, like, a little too late. And now Chrissy's at half health. And another hit or two, and we're gonna have to switch to the vastly inferior Mark. Because Mark has a bad throwing arm. Okay, my count was just off. I was really confused there. I was like, this can't be a fight to the death already. Ooh. Anyone else around here? Unfortunately, this makes it dusk, but I don't want to risk George there, because then George will die. And I also don't want to risk Chrissy, because we need her for path fights. You don't want to argue with the moist man wearing a hockey mask. That's just asking for trouble. When he, like, kicks their boombox and everything, too. 1, 2. Still 2. Still 2. 3. 4. That was lucky. 5. So he's a little below half right now. We're getting there. That was another stuck B press. Terrible timing for that to happen again. Got him. Did I hit slow again? Okay, so we are here. Not gonna try to fight him in the large cabin. We will go right here, though. Two. Nope, the B button's stuck. 3. 4. B button stuck again. Now I need to get into another cabin fight so I can just mash the B button a bunch of times and try to get it unstuck. Forgot. Uh-oh. Crap. That's really bad. So the MVP is dead. That's fine, we still got Mark. That's the forest. Wait. This is fine. That was so bad. I was worried about the B button sticking, and then I got him into a really bad pattern. I couldn't break out of it, and that's what when I was referring to the snowball battles on day 3, where you go from being fine to dead. That is the exact kind of thing I'm referring to when I say a snowball battle. But this is fine. He's over halfway there. We've still got Mark. I can still do path fights, but I need to get into a cabin because the B button is not functioning. Oh, geez. Okay, good. I need to, like, mash on the B button a little bit to get it to unstick, because that worked last time. This is fine. Even if we get down to, like, fight to the death territory, I could potentially just, well, assuming the B button works, I could just start mashing down on everyone. It's stuck again. Need to get to the lake cabin. Though that would be really bad, trying to do a cabin fight to end the day. Like a cabin fight to the death. Uh-oh. Almost got a Jason hug. Ooh, he's really not that close. There. But this is fine. There. Hopefully that registers. Because I was doing, everything was going pretty well when the D-pad, when the B button was functioning properly. But then it starts sticking and I start losing my focus. That was a really bad jump. I don't know what I was doing there, but thankfully it worked. Oh, it just stuck again. Alright, so we should get one more right after this. And hopefully we're not at a fight to the death in the lake. Stuck. That's bad. But it does kind of add to the difficulty here. When you can't throw a weapon properly. Alright, we're fine. But here it's dusk, so we scroll to the left a little bit. The game thinks we want to go to the left, so it spawns the crow in that direction. Then we can just take our time. Just gotta keep the crow on the screen. Normally, if the crow wasn't there, Jason would be shooting across the lake, right there at 43 and again at 33. Oh, Joust! I love that game! I wonder if that, I mean, I might have to open it up because it's the Advantage itself looks really clean. I don't know if I want to open this up though, I feel like I'd break it. Like, I have no faith in my ability to fix anything like this. Yeah, if A got stuck, at least A is working well. There is one of the retro stores about a half hour from here. The guy actually streams on Twitch. I could ask him. He can repair 72-pin connectors and stuff like that. And I could ask him if he can repair like pads on controllers. Uh-oh. I should have brought somebody else over here. Like Debbie, Paul, or Laura, who are at full health. Why would I risk Mark for a cabin fight? Though I guess if I'm into fight to the death territory, it should be fine. Like, even if there's another snowball that happens and Mark dies. I should still be able to mash him down. Let's see, he was on the forest. He goes to the cave next. And hopefully he runs into someone on the way to the cave. And hopefully it's Laura, and I can just sacrifice her to get about half of his health down. Could my beautiful plan be coming to fruition? Is it Laura? It's George. This does not help me at all. Where's Laura? This is a good plan. I know on a perfect day, I can maybe get 6 bars of his health gone. If I have a really good mash. And right now, this will be a fight to the death. Son of a... That is not what I wanted. I wanted a path fight. There's a 1 in 11 chance that he door blocks. And that was just horrendous RNG there. My beautiful plan. Now Laura's gonna end up dead, which is fine, but she's only gonna take 1 bar of Jason's health with her. And I was hoping she'd take like 4. There we go. At least I got that 5 hits in to... If you have like a partial, if you get like 3 out of the 5 to take away a bar of his health, he just gets those hits back. You have to get the bar fully gone for it to stay. So ideally, if you get a couple hits in, you're like, I really just want to finish off this. We're going to sacrifice Laura in exchange for that 1 bar. Yep. Hey, JSB, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. We have to do the NES Advantage and Stone only. George, is there anyone with... Okay, Debbie. He'll be heading over to George. All right, we're going to try this again with Debbie. Now, Debbie... Actually, with Debbie, I might be able to finish this on the path if the B button doesn't stick again. Because he will be hitting... No one should move at this point. So he should be hitting that top left cabin of the outer loop. Alright, so we're kicking George out. George is gone. What? Game, it's 1 in 11. 1 in 11 chance. And he blocked twice. Now if Debbie dies here, I don't know if I can do the the mash down like I was planning. Okay, we just got 20 hits left. What? That is just horrific odds. Yeah, Jason knew what my plan was. It was a good plan, too. I was just foiled by RNG. That's okay, we only got 15 hits now. God, my pinky is in so much pain right now. I just need to end this. I think that's 11 left. Nope, the B button stuck. Bad timing. There we go. 10. Perfect. We got this. Nine. 8. 7. 6. 5. Okay, now anyone should be able to mash him down. All I need is if they just get iframes, we're fine. Gabby, you could survive this. You just have to not get hit. Oh, that hurts. A 0.826% chance of getting double door blocked like that. That is ridiculous. Smash for Smash and Clunk. Arcus was actually the whole reason I started hanging out on Twitch. Thanks for the GGs, Chris, Brawly, Prodigious, Kyoto. Oh, that one hurts. That's actually worse than the... Oh, man, if there was, like, a cabin... The cabin... Is there a cabin only? What's the one that I have to do only cabin fights? Oh, it's no jumping. A no jumping NES advantage. Oh, that would be death. Thanks for the GG's, GSB. And it's almost 10 o'clock, so... That timing worked out well because I have to get up at 4:30, so I should probably call it here. Oh man, that is rough. So much pain. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out tonight, everyone. I hope you all have a great night. Stay safe, get a good night's sleep. Thanks again, Brawly, for the gift memberships, and Hakai for the membership. This weekend, well, I will not be back. We've got, I mentioned earlier, my youngest daughter has a dance competition, a cheer competition 2 hours away, and my oldest has a competition on Saturday, so we're gonna be doing a lot of dance and cheer stuff this weekend. So, I mean, maybe I could get back Sunday, possibly, but that's a real long shot. But I should definitely be back next week, Wednesday, for more Friday the 13th. And then I think we should be good for weekend stuff, well, the following weekend, then the one after that we're gone again. It's a very busy couple months, but then after February's done, my wife goes on a cruise for a week in February, so there won't be anything that week either. But we'll go over that when it gets closer. Yeah, thanks again, everyone. I hope you all have a great night. Stay safe, get a good night's sleep. Well, like I said, maybe Sunday, but I'm pretty doubtful about that. Odds are it'll be next week, Wednesday. Yeah, thanks again, and we will hopefully see you next time. And for those of you on Twitch,